Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. As you all know, it's all about sewing machine and its maintenance. So today we'll be talking about the reasons why your sewing machine keeps having issue and how you can solve all these issues before they start giving your sewing machine problem. Like most of the times when our sewing machines start giving us issue, it doesn't really mean that the sewing machine has fault. There are some minor things in our sewing machine that can, when we don't realize them, it can give our sewing machine issue. So having a bad pass in our sewing machine can often cause our sewing machine to start developing some issues, like sewing machine plates. As we all know what plate is, the round plate there. Now when the plate now here is bad now, it will cause your machine to have issue very bad. Like if you can look at the hole right here now, you see that the hole has been seriously damaged by the needle. So if you are using this kind of plate to sew and you expect your machine to give you a that plate start destroying or start expanding, that can give our sewing machine bad effect on our stitches. Like most of the times it can make the stitches to start cutting. Understand? It can make the sewing machine to start cutting threads. Sometimes you start hooking your material under. So having a bad plate can cause that on our sewing machine. So another thing that can also give our sewing machine issue is our shuttle. As you all know what shuttle is. So most of the times the shuttle lining, that thing that tightens your thread, sometimes when that lining has break, it can cause the sewing machine to be cutting thread also. So you have to check your shuttle. If it's loose, you should tighten it properly. And also a fake shuttle can cause the shuttle not to stay inside the engine of the machine. Anytime you put in your shuttle, you find out that the shuttle is just rotating instead of staying in one place inside the machine. As you fix it, it's just falling out, as you can see over here. So you can see this, as I'm turning the machine, the shuttle keep rotating. Instead of for it to be in this hole that it's supposed to be, the shuttle keeps rotating. So there's no way you can be able to sew when your shuttle keep behaving like this. So you need to know when the shuttle is bad. This is caused by a fake shuttle, so we have to be careful about the parts we use in our sewing machine, as it can often lead to misgivings in our sewing machine. So that also can cause our sewing machine not to function properly. Another part we have here is our carrier, as you can see over here. Now a bad carrier can cause cutting of thread. Yes, it can also cause cutting of thread. It can also cause bad stitch, making the under stitch to be loose. It can also cause gathering of thread also. So when your sewing machine is giving all this effect, you can as well check your carrier. Now when you have changed your carrier and it still doesn't work, that's when you know that there's something more to it. But a bad carrier can often cause this effect on your sewing machine. Yes, it can cause your sewing machine to be this down stitch will be loose. It can also cause skipping of thread also. So whenever you start noticing any of these things, you can, once you have checked your plate and your shuttle, you can check your carrier before you start going any further. Okay, another thing we'll be looking out here is our engine lining. The engine, that lining that stays at the top. So when that lining starts having issue, it can cause your sewing machine to be hooking your material. Like when you are sewing, you start gathering thread and you find out that the material is hooking inside the sewing machine. Yeah, it's the engine lining that causes such thing. In case your sewing machine has given such effect, you can loosen it up and check your lining. If it has start having wound, the needle and start piercing it. So bad engine lining can cause your machine to be gathering thread. Yes, can cause also the stitches not to be neat. So once you discover any of this, you also check your engine lining. Alright. How to know if your lining is bad? Once you remove your carrier, you remove the shuttle, then you put your hand inside the engine, just on top of at the bottom of the car, the lining. Just check if you feel anything sharp at the lining. That's when you know that your lining is bad. Then you can remove it and replace it with another one. Another part here that can cause misgivings in your sewing machine is the teeth. So once you have you notice your fabric is moving really slow, that you have to drag the fabric before it can move, it means that your teeth has worn out. So you have to change the teeth. Like if you watch my other videos, sometimes the teeth are stuck inside. So if you try bringing out the teeth like I showed in my previous video, and after bringing it up the machine is still not moving, then you can go ahead and change the teeth. It means that the teeth has worn out. So that also can cause your sewing machine to be moving really slow with your fabric. So another part we have here is our engine cover. This one right here, this is the engine cover. Now this thing can cause your sewing machine to be breaking needle. And you ask how? The question is, you see this pin over here. When this pin goes off, it will make your engine cover not to be stable inside the engine. Most of the times when you couple it together like this, you see this pin normally stays here, so that as you are sewing with the sewing machine, it will just remain like this. But when this pin is off, you find out that the engine cover will be moving like this, and once it just shifts its position, it can cause the needle to just break automatically on top of the carrier. So in case you find out that your sewing machine is breaking needle, just know that that's the cause of it, because that's what can cause a sewing machine to break needle. When the carrier just have any adjustment, shift from its position, then it can break the needle. So you have to be cautious of something like this. So that's it. Okay, the next part we have here is presser foot. So you might be wondering what a presser foot can be doing to your sewing machine. A presser foot, when the under of the presser foot has worn out, it can make your sewing machine to be squeezing the fabric. Like when you are sewing, you find out that your fabric is just coming together, not being straight on top of the sewing machine. It's just coming together. It's a bad presser foot that can cause it. So another part we have here is the needle. So if the needle has bent, it can cause your sewing machine to be jumping, because it's no longer in a straight shape now. So it's also bad to use a needle that is not straight. You should be careful when your needle just hit your carrier. You just have to change your needle, because it's very bad now. And another thing is that if you fix your needle wrongly, it can also cause your misgivings into your sewing machine. Like a proper fixing of the needle is using the right place, the front of the needle, that place that has line, that's the front of the needle. So that's the place you should place properly. If you turn it the other side, if it's wrong, it can cause your sewing machine to be giving you misgivings. So that's just it. Alright, this is the end of this program. If you find this program helpful, please like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, just hit the subscribe button there, and also share the video. Then you can leave your thoughts in the comment section. Alright, thank you very much. See you on our next video. Bye.